Hey, CJ, we're kind of in a science department meeting here.
So get out.
What's on your mind, CJ?
Okay, so you know in science fiction movies where they have this really futuristic tech and then like years later they come and invent it in real life?
Oh, you mean like in Star Trek where they had like flip communicators and then they years later invented flip phones?
Exactly! So I've been working on this Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, say no more, CJ. So, you want to know the physics behind how to make it work?
Yes!
That ought to do it.
Now he's going to be trying to see if that works, Brent.
Well, it's probably safe, right? I mean, nothing will really happen, correct?
Yeah, it's harmless.
CJ, hold up. Why haven't you been turning in your work?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that, Miss Coulter. I've been working on a little something. And, this little thing, it's pretty cool.
Wow. It looks just like from the movie.
I know.
What is it now, Miss Coulter? You have to make this quick. I have a really important meeting and the future of our school depends upon it.
What'd you say, Mr. James?
Oh my god, it worked!
Where did he go?
Hey, are you ready for lunch?
I just Thanos, Mr. James.
What? This is just like you, Melissa. First you're getting your principal's degree, and now you off Mr. James.
Why did you do that?
I don't know, just kind of snapped. Get it? I snapped. Oh no! I forgot I actually sent Mr. James's particles into the universe. We've got to find somebody else for the meeting.
I know just the person.
So it looks like you need old Adam Michael once again.
Why do you have a picture of Mr. James on your desktop?
The real question here is, why don't you?
What?
If I'm going to play a person, I ain't go all in.
What?
If I'm going to study a person and then play the role, I need to know everything about him. What's my motivation?
Are you going to do it or not?
Yes, but what's my motivation?
Look, he's all we got. Besides, half the freshmen think he is Mr. James.
You know?
We're back.
Nice. Is ready.
Adam Michael was really diving into his character. He's ready. I think this might actually work.
I don't know, CJ. I don't think he can pull it off.
I got it. Let's set him up with someone and have a mock meeting.
That's not a bad idea. I have just the right person.
Oh, welcome to Choctaw High School.
Hi,
Take
thank
a seat, Your Highness.
Thank you. It's so nice to see you again. Been what, a couple of years?
I don't believe so. That was a nice try, but we've never met.
You've known her for 2 years.
Can you give me your personal view on public education?
I believe I can. I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride. Let the children's laughter remind us of how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero.
Are you kidding me?
Excuse me, Miss Coulter, but I believe I was in one of the most powerful monologues in history. So just...
Technically, I think you're singing the lyrics to a Whitney Houston song.
That may be, but as I know, Mr. James got into teaching because of that very song.
This is ridiculous. We have to find a way to bring Mr. James back.
And your husband.
Oh yeah, him too. I was gonna say that before you interrupted me.
Wait! State Superintendent Miss Hoffmeister, I voted for you in last year's election. Twice.
So this actually sent Mr. James and Mr. Coulter where exactly?
I don't know, they just disappeared.
This is crazy. There has to be a mathematical formula to reverse this.
I think we need to take our time and not rush anything.
No, we need to do this now.
You just want Adam Michael to play the part.
That's absurd.
So I hear there's been a disturbance in the Force. Sorry, I've just always wanted to say that. Fear not, for from the mighty world of Asgard, I bring you Mjolnir, capable of being wielded only by he who is worthy. Pretty cool, huh?
How's that supposed to help us?
Oh, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of cool. So, here's what we're gonna do. So, what you neglected to do was you neglected to take in the consideration of the flux capacitor. You're actually going to bring that all the way over here to the inverse function, and then because we're going into the shadow realm, you're going to want to follow this over E, which you might think actually stands for exponential. No, it just stands for the end, because remember, this is endgame, folks. So, we're going all the way to the very end, which is going to bring us circularly all the way to the very beginning, which is going to be the HG. The HG actually stands for High Garden, which, as you all might know, is actually a region which is actually in the Game of Thrones. So whenever we get to High Garden, we're going to go and we're going to bring it all the way over here, and we're going to put this underneath the square root. The square root, why? Because squares are awesome, and forget all those triangles and all of the stuff that you might know about that. But anyways, we're going to put all of this right here. So A4 is A1H greater than this little X thing. The X thing is actually the X-Men, so we're actually going to need to get a little bit of Wolverine's blood in order to do this. So whenever we get in contact with Logan, he's going to be able to go ahead and plug in that coefficient. That's going to bring us all the way back to High Garden. It brings us to the end, and then the very beginning, and then we end up in the very place that we want to be.
Who wants to snap this time? And the only thing I can figure out is that whoever the person is that is talking whenever the snap happens is the one that disappears. So if this doesn't work...
In the name of science, I offer myself up as tribute. Because science is real, kids. That's right. Because without science, what do we really have? Without the pursuit of knowledge, without our curiosity, without the desire to learn and to grow and to become lifelong learners, what do we really have? We have hope. That's what we have. But without hope, what do we really have? Our courage. Yes, we have our courage. We do still have our courage, but if we don't have knowledge, if we don't have hope, if we don't have courage, what do we really have? Okay, yeah, our generosity and empathy, I get it. All right, so we've got a lot, all right? We got a lot going for us, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say, is we've all got a whole lot going for us. And so, with that, I say, let's go! We'll march into the night! We'll march into the darkness, and we will not be daunted! Oh, Mr. Stark, I don't feel very well.
What, you can't tell me that you wanted to listen to more of that.
Oh, snap. It's ready.
I've never seen him like this before.
That bad?
He knows you're the one that figured out the formula.
I was afraid of that.
Good luck in there. You're gonna need it.
Look, kid, when you were 190 pounds, you were incredible. You could have played Mr. James all day. But your manager just brought you along too fast.
It wasn't him, Crowder, it was you. Remember when you came down to my room and I was getting into character and you said, "This ain't your night. Kid, this ain't your night. We're giving it to someone else." Remember that? This ain't my night. And then I could have been Mr. James. I could have been Mr. Reed or even Dr. McCarran, but you took it away and you gave it to somebody else, and what did I get? A one-way ticket to Palookaville. You could have given me a little bit of something.
I got you some jobs. I got you some money.
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been the principal. I could have been somebody. But instead, I'm just a bum. Let's face it, that's what I am.
Okay, I'll fix it. Just be ready to do what you do best. Be Mr. James.
Okay, Miss Coulter. Mr. Crowder figured it out. The person who snapped has to be the one to snap again to bring back Mr. James and your husband. So who's first? Miss Coulter, this should be a no-brainer.
You're right. It's for the school and the children.
If anything goes wrong, Mr. Crowder can fix it.
What is going on? This is strange. I don't... What is happening?
Crowder!
Let's try it again.
Like I said, I have a lot to do.
I just wanted to tell you, you're the best principal ever. But don't tell Mr. Reed that.
My shirt. Hey, you too.
Can you please bring back your husband now?
Fine. Of course I'm going to bring back my husband.
Whoa, that's weird. What happened?
Are you ready to go to lunch?
Yeah, that's why I came in here. Let's go.
Okay, have fun. Okay, now all we have to do is bring back Mr. Beck, and then we can destroy the glove.
You work on that, and me and Mr. Bass, we're going to go see Mr. James.
What for?
Just to see if he's still okay and with it. It was quite an experience.
You two look like you're up to something.
Nah. Me and Mr. Bass, we're never up to anything. You should know that, CJ.
Yes, everything is ready for the state superintendent. We are good to go, Dr. McCarran. I think I'll meet her over in the PAC, and like I said, I really think everything's in place. Okay, thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Come in. Hey. How's it going? Good. What can I do for you, gentlemen?
Well, I'm just seeing if there's anything you need done in the PAC.
Yeah, I really think at this point...
Now it's your time to shine.
Oh yeah, I just need a little makeup and this jacket. We're ready to go. This is the moment. Be Mr. James. You are Mr. James. Let's do this.
Again, thank you, Superintendent Hoffmeister, for joining us, and please join me in welcoming her to Chuck Norris.
Thank you so very much, Michael. And I really appreciate, I know this is like this and then fall break, right? So this is a time where I know your time is really precious, and I hope you guys have had a really good day and the start of the school year. It's a real treat for me to get to be here, so thank you. We had a presentation and all of that ready, and I thought, let's just kind of have a little bit more of a discussion instead of here's the kind of PowerPoint to talk about different things happening in the state.
Yes, Ms. Hofmeister, we have a question over here. Education is it's a time of struggle right now for young people coming in. What are the keys to success for those people to help unlock the child's brain?
I think what my friend is asking here is, what is the key to becoming a good principal?
And so I think that's the key. It's relationships. Every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they can be the best they can possibly be.
That's exactly why I voted for in the last election. Twice. Where's Mr. Beck?
You had Mr. Coach Gilbert bring him back, right?
No, you said you were gonna do it.
But you said that you had Coach Gilbert's cousin's number and you were gonna do it.
That doesn't even make any sense. Oh my God. Okay, so where's Mr. Beck?
Oh, snap.
What?
I told CJ Craig to get rid of the glove and destroy it.
Let's go!
Oh, Mr. Stark, I still don't feel so good. Whoa, where am I? Feels like I'm floating into space. Not that I've ever been floating into space and know what that feels like. Huh, it's not so bad now.